for sitting down with me, Lorne.
Very pleased to sit down with you, Mark.
Yeah, we're here at the first SeedLink conference in Manitoba, put on by Manitoba seed growers. And what brings you here?
Well, I think it's important for Seeds Canada to support progressive approaches, and Manitoba seed growers, looking at what they need to do to serve their members, came up with this relatively new approach that they're going to use with a 2-day conference, and we're pleased to be here and part of it, support it.
It's been a while since I sat down with you for an interview, and what's the number one thing right now on your agenda? You're in a new position at Seeds Canada, member outreach, dealing with members. You were formerly the policy director, now you're on the members side. What's number one on your agenda right now?
Well, I'm a director of member relations, and essentially my role is to work with members, and there's no sides to Seeds Canada. It's a single organization. I think the number one priority for me is member engagement. The strength of any membership organization is its member engagement. How well are we listening? How well are we responding? Are we on track with the things that our members want us to achieve? And so that's my priority, is making sure we listen, making sure we respond, and really listening to what our members across the seed value chain are interested in having us work on.
I know something we've talked about a lot in the past is SRM, seed regulatory modernization. There was the new What We Heard report that was just put out by CFIA, which sort of compiled all the results from the recent survey and showed that there was a lot of support for variety registration, for example. And so that process will be moving forward now. We're entering 2024 into kind of a new phase of SRM. And what was your take on the report and where we go from here?
Well, I think from the standpoint of listening to our members, what we take away from the report is that there are things that are supported and there are things that are not supported. And I can't say that our members are in complete agreement with the report, but they've asked us to move forward with our proposal to develop an advisory body so that we can work on continuous improvement. I think my takeaway is that there's still lots of information that perhaps isn't clear about how our seed system works. And it isn't clear when parts of the system are really beneficial and parts of the system are perhaps a drag on the system.
When you're going to be educating people about that come February, Seeds Canada is putting on a seed school.
You bet. One of the things we've learned over the formation of Seeds Canada is because we've worked in different organizations with separate mandates that everybody kind of knew a lot about their piece, but not everybody knew a lot about everything. So Seed School 101, which will be held February 12th to 14th in collaboration with Cereals Canada and Winnipeg, will be bringing people together to talk about what we do in the seed business. Not from the standpoint of a seed industry, but rather from the standpoint of what an ag professional should know about what we do in the seed business.
You mentioned earlier that Seeds Canada's number one priority is to carry out the vision, the mandate of its members. What's the number one mandate that your members have right now, thinking about where we are, where the seed industry is at this moment in time, about to enter 2024, a new stage of SRM, et cetera, et cetera. What's that big ask that your members have of you right now?
I think our members ask, if we put it in those terms, is they have a lot to say. They have a lot of knowledge and expertise in the seed business, both in their own specific, perhaps, area of expertise, but across how the system works. So as you know, the foundation of any really good organization that's a member organization, the foundation is the expertise and knowledge of their members. Our challenge is to make sure we hear across the whole value chain that are members and respond to their concerns, deal with the similarities, and isolate the things that perhaps only apply to one. So that's what we're after, is let's make sure we set those priorities correctly. SRM's been a huge priority for a number of years. It's coming to some type of a conclusion. But now we have things like sustainability. We have the discussion around what is sustainable seed and how do people produce it. I think we have lots of discussions going on around the tools that we bring to the marketplace. As you've noticed, one of the services we provide our members is our market access tools, like the Genetic Transparency Database. That's a tool that our members have asked for us to develop that allows people to understand when a variety is genetically edited. Now, it's under development, it's in phase 1, but that's a good example of where members said, this is something we need, and there was general agreement everybody needed it, and we worked forward to develop that.
Before I let you go, Seeds Canada just recruited Erin Armstrong to sort of flesh out your ISSB concept, independent standard setting body. She's going to be talking with various stakeholders, doing the final reports to try and, like I say, flesh out this concept, maybe explain it a little better for people, sort of, assess the idea, maybe chart a possible path forward. Where do you hope that goes at the end of the day?
Well, first of all, we're really pleased that Dr. Armstrong decided to go forward. She has deep experience in not only the seed industry, but the Canadian grain industry in general. So what we've asked her to do is look at the concept and, as you say, build out what it would look like and what the various options are. Let's talk about governance. Let's talk about what its effectiveness could be. She'll be looking for other examples where the Canadian government has similar advisory bodies, and there's a number of them. Some of them directly apply. So that's what she's going to be doing over the next few months. And because of her expertise and her diligence, we expect she's going to move that to the place where we can have a better understanding of what it could accomplish.
Yeah, looking forward to the results and looking forward to a new year or so.
Well, it's a busy time. The excitement in the seed industry is pretty good. One of the things I'd like to say is the potential. I think is everybody's starting to see what the potential is. And I'd like to thank and congratulate Manitoba seed growers for this conference and their recognition of what their challenges are. And I'd just like to call out the efforts to bring in new growers. Clearly, bringing in the next generation is really important. And I applaud them for that kind of activity.
Yeah, it's a good message. Thanks for sitting down with me, Lorne.
Great.